Pretty good, man. Getting ready for a little Zion Giannis action.
Looking forward to that. I want to talk about the game in a second. First, though, let's look to Thursday, the trade deadline. It seems like there's so much conversation around Drew Holiday. Are we expecting anything to pop there?
I don't know if we're expecting it, but if that is the trade, if the Pels do get involved in the trade deadline, I see it being with Drew. It's possible they could move maybe a smaller piece as a part of it, something else, maybe Etuan, maybe Frank Jackson. But right now, I think it's Drew. Now, I don't think they move him, but if they do, it's going to be somebody coming to their asking price. I don't think it's going to be a situation where they're just looking to move him just to move him. If Denver or Miami or one of those teams, somebody like that puts the right package on the floor, yeah, I could see it. But that'd be the thing I'd look to as of right now. Now, obviously, a lot can change between now and Thursday, but that's where I'm looking.
What potentially would be the end? Future assets or players that can help them win now? If they trade Drew Holiday,
I think it's going to be a little bit of both. When you're the Pels, you already have so many future assets already,
right?
Whether it's the Cleveland pick that could be 2 seconds, you have multiple seconds. Obviously, you have all the Laker picks starting in 2020. So I think it might be maybe an extra pick this year, but you're looking probably at talent that can grow around Zion, young guys, young players who can come in here and make an impact and fit around him if they did go that way.
Name or position of need that comes to mind immediately?
I think it would be either a shooting big or just a more guard help, somebody that fits next to Lonzo as the point guard. I don't know if that one guy is out there. Like if you're Miami, you probably have to throw Tyler Hero in a deal to get things going. If you're like Toronto, would have to probably put OG Anunoby in there. Denver might have to start the conversation with Michael Porter Jr. So guys that are going to be pretty valued by their teams, which is why I don't necessarily think something's happened, but to the NBA, so anything goes.
He's on Twitter at _Andrew_Lopez. So it is the Pels and the Bucks tonight. So we get to see Zion and the Greek Freak. Man, rate your level of excitement here to watch this matchup with these two going head-to-head for the first time.
It's got to be like a 9 or a 10. These two, anytime you get a chance to see Giannis in person, it's incredible. We didn't get that chance when they were in Milwaukee. The Bucks still ran them out the gym that night. Things are a little bit different. Pels are playing different. Their style of play is different. The defense is a little different now. And then obviously, Giannis is still Giannis. So it kind of speaks to how they've been playing. That I think the line is only Bucks -6 tonight. I don't know if it's that close because Bucks coming in here 42-7. You're expecting them to kind of run these guys, but I think it's a little bit closer, and I think you'll see a good effort. I think all these guys are going to be they're going to be hungry after letting that one on Sunday against the Rockets slip away.
We'll get back to that in a second though. And Andrew Lopez is our guest. You brought up the spread, and I know you're not an odds maker, but what do you make of a better way to ask it? Pels right now are 6.5 point home dog in this game. Why do you think, or what might have to transpire for the Pels to keep it this close?
Zion's got to do Zion stuff. He's got to go out
Possible,
there.
right?
Yeah, he's going to have to go out there and have just go back and look at how they played against the Rockets. And, yeah, the Rockets were using that small ball lineup that the Pels out-rebounded them like crazy. But, they still held the Rockets to 39% shooting, I think it was. Harden had 40, but they did a good job on everybody else. It was just the turnovers, it's the extra shots they allowed the Rockets. So I think that's what you're going to have to do against the Bucks, try to limit their shots. Yeah, Giannis is going to get his. You got to make sure Chris Middleton doesn't put 50 on you like he did to someone last week. So there's there's ways there that you can probably keep it close, but you know, odds makers have been oddly high on the Pels in recent. Maybe they're trying to correct for Zion, but it's also been some of the higher over-unders I've ever seen. I think the over-under on with Houston was 250, and I think it's the highest anything Caesars has seen in the last 20 years.
Wow.
Oddly enough, I think tonight's 245, 246.
Yeah, I'm looking
which would put them in the top 5.
I'm looking at 245 right now. But it kind of goes to show you the pace we're expecting, the style of game we're expecting. But do you think that this is just this is where I kind of vacillate a little, Andrew, like with this team right now? Because I see a team, especially the way they just absolutely annihilated Memphis, I'm like, this could be a playoff team. But should we just be looking at tonight or this season as measuring sticks to see how far they have to go? Or do you say, like, yeah, man, like they're playing to try to get back into the playoff mix?
They're absolutely trying to get in the playoff mix, and I think that's a credit to the culture that David Griffin is trying to build. That's why you don't hear any conversations about J.J. Redick right now. It's why you don't hear any conversations about Derek Favors on the trade market. Both of those guys are here. Griff wants to, as he said, he wants to build a culture of winning. He's not looking to tank. And then on the flip side of that, this isn't the draft to be tanking for. There is no Zion Williamson at the top of the draft. There's no big golden prize. So you want to continue to try to win. And even if they are, they end up the 9 seed or the 10 seed, as long as they are playing in competitive games in February and in March, and maybe even the first week of April, as long as they're playing competitive games with a chance, that's, I think, the goal of David Griffin right now. And I think ultimately they do want to make a push for that playoff spot. It's going to be tough with 30 games left. You're looking at probably 22-8, 24-6. You have to win a lot of games to probably get back in it right now, being 4 or 5 out. But it's there for the taking if you can put it together. But I think the biggest thing about the end of the year is going to just be figuring this lineup out, figuring out Zion and Zoe, figuring out Zion and how Brandon Ingram play together, and moving on from there.
I got 2 more questions. Number one, and this might feel kind of obvious, but if you are trying to make a playoff push, why in the world would you consider trading Drew Holiday?
Because of the value that he has right now, it may not be higher. He may not have the same value in the summer because of his contract that he can pick up his option, and it would be into 2021. That's a summer that a lot of teams are looking to have the most amount of cap space because of some of the guys who are going to be on the free agent market. But you're looking at hoping to get 2 or 3 players that could help you instead of just one in that scenario.
All right, and lastly, when you kind of look at the math, and you did delve into this a little bit, have you looked at any type of projection to say, okay, that's probably the number they're going to need to hit to earn that 8 spot?
It's if you're going to go, even let's just say 500. Even I think to get to 500 with 32 left, I think you still got to go at least 21-11. I think right now the way Portland's playing, even you look at Memphis, you match up pretty well against Memphis. You went up 25 against Memphis. Both times you played them this 4. The first time you didn't have Zion. Second time you did, you held on. You continued to blow them out. Right now, the Grizzlies are at 500 at the 8 seed. The Blazers are 23-27. Pels are 3 games behind that. They're 5 games back of the Grizz. I don't think 21-11 gets it. I think you have to probably finish over 500 to put yourself in that conversation, which is why you're looking at a 22-8, 23-7, or 23-9 type finish.
5 games behind Memphis right now. Who sits in the 8 seed? The Pels at home tonight. A 6:30 tip. It is a nationally televised game on TNT. Of course, you can read all about it at ESPN.com or follow Andrew on Twitter at _Andrew_Lopez. Of course, you can listen to the game on our New Orleans affiliate, 100.3 ESPN New Orleans. Always appreciate a couple of minutes, man. Thanks for squeezing us in.
No problem, man. Thank you.